I'm going to do a video comparing some of the sort of more popular drugstore mascaras. Usually I do use drugstore mascaras just because mascaras are something that they dry out fast. You do have to replace them pretty frequently. You know, some of them you have to replace after a couple of months, and you know, high-end mascaras are good as well, but they're very, very expensive, especially here in Switzerland. And you know, I just don't really see the point in spending that much money on something that you have to replace constantly when you can find drugstore mascaras nowadays that are, I would say, just as good or even better. So I'll get right started and tell you some of these mascaras that I've recently been testing out, what I think of them, which ones I recommend. So first I'm going to get started with this one. This is a really new one by L'Oreal. This is called L'Oreal Telescopic Explosion. It comes in this red and black tube, and this is a copy of the Givenchy Phenomenize, I think it's called, and it has that sort of very funny ball wand where it's just a round ball, and this is like a rubber or latex or whatever, and these little spiky things. And this is basically, as I said, a copy of the Phenomenize. Now, I've tried this out, and personally, I didn't really see what the big deal was about. I mean, the good thing about it is that because it's small, it's easier to get into the lower lashes. You know, if you want to coat the lower lashes, it's very easy to do that. But I found for getting to the top part of the lashes, I didn't really get the result that I was looking for with this. It kind of, like, what also happens is that there's a lot of product that clumps up right on that wand, kind of close to it, so you kind of have to end up either being careful or having to wipe off that product clumping stuff. So I don't know, I didn't really find that this really did a whole lot for me. If you like the Givenchy Phenomenize, then maybe check out this L'Oreal one, because obviously it's a lot cheaper. So overall, I wasn't too impressed with that one. Another one that has recently kind of come out is this one by L'Oreal, and this is the Double Extension Beauty Tubes. This is the waterproof version. They have a regular one that's not waterproof, and this is one of those two-phase mascaras where one side, this white side, is the primer. So here you have the primer brush, and you put this on before, and then you don't wait for it to dry, and then you put on this one. It says not to wait for it to dry, and then you put on the black one. And I tried this out, and it is very waterproof. What I found is, like, if I got runny eyes or something, it didn't smear at all, so that was a good thing about it. However, it didn't really, again, do a lot for me. I mean, I didn't really think that it made my lashes that much more incredible. The primer also, I found, kind of made my lashes really sticky and kind of made them spiky. So when I put the black one on top, it kind of made it clumpy. So overall, I mean, this is an okay mascara, but it promises to do a lot, in which it didn't really come through for me. It also says that it's supposed to come off like in tubes. When you wash your face, it comes off in tubes, and that didn't work at all. I had to use a very strong oil-based makeup remover to get this off, and it really stuck to my lashes almost too well, because it was kind of hard to get it off. So I don't know, maybe that's just the waterproof version that's like that. I think the one that's not waterproof might be easier to remove. It's okay, it wasn't like that amazing. The next one is also a relatively new one, and it's this one. This is the Colossal by Maybelline, and I really like this one. This has gotten a lot of kind of negative reviews on Makeup Alley, so it just goes to show that mascara is one of those personal things. Some people might like it, some might not, but I really like this one. This really did a great job of separating my lashes, because the brush, it's not too thick, it tapers down to a nice end so you can get into the inner side, and it just really defined my lashes. It really separated them, it didn't clump them up. You know, you do have to use this a couple of layers of it to get a very dramatic result, but this did a great job of separating all my lashes and not making them all clumped together and kind of thick and goopy looking. So I really, really like this one. This does have a very strange scent. It's like a very kind of overpowering rose scent. So if that's something that bothers you, that's something you might want to think about. But overall, I really am impressed with the Colossal by Maybelline. Another mascara that I've been reusing or using again, I had a break from this mascara for a couple years and I picked it up again. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous in Carbon Black. This is the non-waterproof version, and I used to use this a lot a few years ago, and then I kind of stopped, and now I just tried it out again and I really like it again. This makes your lashes really dramatic. I mean, this puts quite a bit of product on. I'll show you the brush wand. The brush wand is very long and pretty thin, so it's really good to get also onto the lower lashes, and it's easier to get right at the base of the lashes because it's not too thick. This does a really good job of making very dramatic, voluminous kind of lashes. So the only negative thing about this one is that it does kind of smear sometimes after a few hours. I noticed that there was a bit of just black stuff on the lower lash line after a few hours, but I have also used the waterproof version before. This is the regular one, but I've used the waterproof version before, and the waterproof version did a great job of staying in place, so that one didn't smudge at all. So this one is really good if you like very dramatic kind of lashes, and I definitely like this one by L'Oreal. This is one of their oldest, I think, mascaras, but it does a great job. I really like that one. Another one that I've used for several years is this one by Max Factor. This is the 2000 calorie one, and I'll show you the brush. It's kind of a similar shape as the L'Oreal Voluminous. It goes down to a very tapered edge. I really like this mascara as well. This does a really good job of coating all my lashes. It's very black. It does give a lot of volume. It gives a lot of thickness. This is a great mascara. I've been using this for many years, and you know, I always kind of go back to that. So I think they have a waterproof version as well. So definitely look into the 2000 calorie by Max Factor. I really like that one. Another one that's really popular is this one. This is the Lash Blast by CoverGirl, and this mascara is again one of those mascaras a lot of people seem to love, but I don't really like it. And it comes with a very thick brush. Like the brush is almost the same size as the handle. It's one of those latex type of brushes that has a little spiky things that it does a good job of defining my lashes. However, because of this brush, the inner hairs are too short, so I can't reach the innermost part of my eyelashes, and then because I'm trying to really put it in the inner side, I'll end up smudging it on the bottom. So for me, this mascara is okay. It does a good job of covering the lashes. It does make them look a lot fuller and thicker and all that, but because of the thickness of the wand and because it doesn't really taper down, it's just kind of stubby on the end, it's just too hard for me to do the inner corners or the outer corners, and also the lower lashes. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this one. Another one that I tried out a while ago is this one. This is the Maybelline DeFinal Lash. This is the waterproof one, and this is the worst mascara of the bunch that I have. It has one of those like latex brushes again, but if you'll see this, how bendy it is. Look at that, it just bends like this. So you have absolutely no control, especially if I'm trying to get on the lower lashes. It'll just kind of flop all over the place like this. This is the waterproof version, but this didn't really do anything for my lashes. It didn't coat them nicely. It didn't make them look fuller or thicker or anything. So, and even when you're putting it back, you see it gets kind of stuck on the side, and then it just kind of wiggles around. So thumbs down for the DeFinal Lash. I really don't like that one. Another one that I tried out is the Lash Lift by this is by Max Factor. This is a waterproof one, Lash Lift. This one is okay. It does a great job of staying in place. Like, the waterproof action is very good. It definitely is waterproof. It doesn't smudge at all. But it didn't give me the exact fullness that I was looking for, so this is okay. It's not the best mascara I've ever used, but it is very waterproof. And what I did notice is that this lasts a long time without drying out. Then two other ones that I tried out from Essence. This is a German brand. I reviewed these in detail on my blog. This one is the one that is copying Dior Show. It's got that kind of Dior Show huge fat brush. And I was really excited to try this out because it is a copy of Dior Show, and I thought, okay, well, this might be a good budget version of that. But this didn't really do a whole lot for my lashes. It made them really crispy, and it didn't separate them at all because the brush is kind of like the bristles are kind of spaced apart a lot, so it kind of just clumped them together. I mean, it made them longer, but it kind of also made them clumpy. So not too keen on that one. And I also tried out this Essence. This one is called the Volume Boost Base Mascara. This is a fiber mascara that is very, very inexpensive. It has little fibers inside. And this is, I had high hopes for this, but it just totally made my lashes really, really stiff and crunchy. And once you apply this, you're supposed to put the normal mascara on afterwards because this is kind of just like a base. And once I put the other mascara on, they just looked really spiky and really crunchy and just not even, like they had little bumps on them and stuff. So not impressed by that one either. So definitely if I had to pick a winner out of these ones, I would go for the Maybelline, the Colossal. I really liked this. This really defined my lashes, separated them, gave, you know, a good color all around. It was easy to use, it didn't smudge. And the Voluminous by L'Oreal. Those are definitely my two favorite of the bunch. The other ones were, you know, good to use. I might still use them once in a while, but as for repurchasing, probably would not repurchase the other ones, but I would definitely repurchase these two. So that's it for drugstore mascaras. I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, I will see you soon. Bye!